Okay, this is Nina Tabatabai. This is early May 2009. And Nina, you're doing a lot of things really well here. Could stand to get your kick a little bit stronger as your hands exit the water. But what I really want you to look at is your head position here when you take a breath. And look at how high your chest has to come out of the water when you take a breath. What we're trying to do is stay a lot flatter. Look at how your hips drop when you do that as well. If there's a way we can just push that chin forward, we're going to get a lot more distance per stroke every time we need to take a breath. So you can really see that here. It's almost like it causes you to stall your hands a little bit. It takes you out of the rhythm of your stroke. And I think that's something we really have to fix. Maybe someone more butterfly with a snorkel. I think that would really be helpful. The other thing is really need to think about keeping our hand underneath our elbows so we have almost a vertical forearm, and we want to carry that vertical forearm all the way through the finish of the stroke if we can. Into the backstroke, I think this stroke has probably come along more than any other stroke you've done this year. You look at your hands and they're at a nearly 45-degree angle as they begin to pull the water. We want to try and bring your pinkies down so that your hands are perpendicular to the water, so you can push back directly and push the water straight back. Right now you're pushing it back at an angle, and I think that's why you're bouncing a little bit. See right there and there? We want to get that pinky so that your hand is at a 90-degree angle against the bottom of the pool. Over the water, I think you look pretty strong. We could probably stand a roll a little bit more. See how your right hand and your left, when your hands are coming over, your shoulders are buried in the water and you're carrying a lot of water forward. You want to make sure that the head of your shoulder rolls up so it's up out of the water, and that's going to drive your hands a little bit deeper. It'll make your stroke quite a bit better. Good kick action and a real nice body position as you're doing this. It's just a question of trying to be a little bit stronger on the roll, and again trying to get those hands so they're pushing the water straight back. Now on your breaststroke, this is a similar problem that you have to your butterfly. As you come up and you take that breath, look at how your body, it almost looks like it's on a teeter-totter. You've got to make sure that when you throw your hands forward, that your head goes down so that your back is in a straight line. Right now, it's like your head goes down and it immediately comes back up as you start that pull. What we want to do is we want to try and hold a better line at the end of each kick. So as you kick, I should see a straight line longer. So that's a little bit better there. But your head could stand to come down even more, and then just hold it down maybe a half a second longer. We'll be able to get a lot more distance per stroke on each stroke. If we can take one breaststroke off of each 25, you'll save a lot of energy in that 400 IM, really help you out in your 200 IM as well. Now, I like how you're diving forward. It's not the dive forward that we want to change. It's when your face goes in the water, we want to keep your face down, start the pull, and then as your hands begin to sweep around, that's when the face comes up, and then drive it right back down again so we can have a better line on that kick. And it'll be almost like you're kicking through a streamline then, which is what we want. Up a little early with your head off your pullouts. You want to make sure that don't lift your head until you feel your hands split on that stroke. Then bring the head up. But you're just bringing your head up a little too early right now off the pullout, and it slows you down. Freestyle looks solid. You could stand to get your elbow up a little bit earlier. You can see it. You're getting the elbow up a little bit, but if you could, as that hand reaches forward, immediately get that elbow up just a fraction so that your wrist is always below your elbow, it'll be helpful. You'll see on the way back here, your right hand, see how your wrist is below the elbow just for a fraction of a second on both sides? We want to eliminate that motion, so as you start to pull, you're just pulling water. You're not pushing your hand down and then starting to pull water. We want to be pulling water all the time once that hand goes in the water. Real good rhythm, a good body position again. This is a great IM finishing stroke, and the legs look really, really good, but we've got to work on that earlier vertical forearm position, and then I think we can really get something done, not only on the end of an IM, but we can really start to bring home your 400 and 200 meter freestyles as well. Nice job, Nina.